26 days till Christmas. Dang. Man, I feel like we've been gone for a minute, right?
Yep.
How long we been gone?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Man, what we been doing?
Yeah.
So much has gone on, right? I had surgery. I didn't feel like doing it. And then the next week I was still kind of, y'all, I've been on I don't know. I want to say not procrastination.
Hiatus, a little recharge.
Just a little recharge and just needed some time to really just, my health first primarily, right?
100%.
And getting that together and feeling comfortable with emotionally. I felt like I was emotionally not available for a minute due to the
like
stress and anxiety. Yeah. I think the month leading up to surgery, for those of y'all that don't know, I had surgery recently. And I was terrified.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man, do people really go through anxiety when they get ready to have a major surgery? Because I'm going to tell you, I had high anxiety for about a good 2 months prior. I've never had to be like, just so y'all know, when you're getting ready to have surgery, you have all these rules and regulations with how you're supposed to eat 24 hours before. For me, I don't follow rules very well. I'm not a good, like, you tell me to do something, you got to tell me exactly what time to do it, how to do it. Like trying to read and be like, oh, does this what? I was so nervous. Like I kept calling the nurse. I kept calling her and saying, oh my God, I did this. Is that okay? Or I did that. Like I was just so terrified that I was going to be put to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how was that experience for you? Being put to sleep?
Is funny thing is that you're nervous up until the point, like even, because you were there with me. My son was there with me and Katrina, my best friend, was there with me. Just the fact that up until that point, you're very nervous. And even though, you're trying to breathe and not think about getting put to sleep, I can tell you that when I woke up, the first thing I said was, oh my God, I made it to the other side. And the nurse started laughing because I was like so afraid that I wouldn't wake up.
Yeah.
I think that's the fear of it all. What'd you think?
The biggest fear?
The biggest fear for me. Not the actual procedure itself and going through what I was going through, because you don't know if it's cancer, it's non-cancerous. So that was scary too. But the scariest thing for me, I was like, if it's cancer, all right, I'm going to beat this. And I know I got to do this, that, and the other. I got to follow the rules, right? But the going to sleep part was the most anxious part for me.
Yeah, I've never been put to sleep.
Yeah, me either. That was the first time. And you remember the lady asked me, she was like, you never been put to sleep? No, but I'm going to tell you, the staff at the hospital was the best. I went for my post-op appointment yesterday, and I told them, I was like, yo, y'all are the best. You know what I'm saying? Because they were just all the way, they had great bedside manners, like all the way from when the situation happened up to the point where I had my surgery, even to my post-op appointment. Like everything was just, they were just such a good team, Kennesaw Hospital, Wellstar, I'm telling y'all, if you have anything going on, please go there. The best. My doctor was amazing. Like they made the experience so much better. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean I wasn't scared. So now I feel like yesterday she cleared me.
That's
and
what
was like,
how'd it go?
Yeah, she's like, you're good to go.
Heck yeah.
No cancer. Live your life and bitch, live your best life. And I was like, ooh, thank God, because that's scary for I feel like since June, all this happened, it was just like so much anxiety, stress,
you
depression.
seem way calmer now.
Yeah, I feel calmer. And even though sometimes I feel like people don't really understand what you're going through, although they're sympathetic. And, I've had girlfriends that have gone through it and said, hey, it's going to be all right. You go to sleep and you're going to wake right back up. Like, you're going to feel like you just went to sleep. And they were not lying when they said that.
Yeah, because you were surprised. You was like, I ain't go to sleep yet.
Yeah, I was just like, I just heard them talking to me, and I just heard the anesthesiologist say, hey, how you feeling? I said, anxious. She said, oh, I got a cocktail for that. And the next thing I know, I woke up in recovery.
That cocktail worked.
That cocktail worked. That's a cocktail I'll take anytime. For real. I mean, but it was just, I felt anxious for a long time. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm grateful. I really am. Because now I feel like I can get back to working out. I can get back to focusing on prevention of things happening. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to eat well. I try to do, but I found out that I have high sugar. My sugar is high by like 2 points. So I was like, what? I got to work on, that's like.
Yeah, what you been eating that was sugary?
I think I probably was eating everything that I could find. Just
Halloween
the stress.
Had just passed. Yeah,
Halloween had just passed. I think just the stress of it all, you crave sugar.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I've been doing. And I think the whole month of, I must say, October to November, I was just like in a shitty mood. Like I was so anxious and ready to get this over with that I was just eating whatever, which is not good.
Yeah.
Don't let anxiety get you so bad that you are eating unhealthy. Because I did for October to November the 13th. I ain't gonna lie. Like 45 days, I wasn't eating well. I was just doing whatever. But now I'm back on it. I'm like, okay, she cleared me. I'm good to go. Now it's time to live the rest of my life and my best life. And you know, that's what she told me. Go live your best life. Enjoy life. You only got one. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was going on with me. That's why we were on this little hiatus for a minute. I had to get myself well so that I could come back to Titi's House podcast.
And we're back.
And continue. And we are now back on all platforms. YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm missing something.
Apple Podcasts.
And Apple Podcasts. You can see us there. I've had a lot of people say to me, within the last couple of weeks, people notice when you're not posting like the videos. They notice. And they were like, what's up with the podcast? And I was like, oh, I'm on a hiatus right now. I'm coming back this week, actually. But I just want to say that a lot of people say, I'm watching your podcast, but you're not watching. You're watching the snippets. Please go and subscribe to YouTube, to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. That's the only way. If you subscribe, you'll get the notification and you'll know I'm coming on. Right? They think that they're watching it on Facebook, that's like the podcast, and it's not. It's just 10 seconds, 3 to 10 seconds of a video. Maybe a minute is what you're getting. So please, my friends, my family, you're not watching the podcast. Please go back out there and subscribe. That's all I want y'all to do. Subscribe at the end of the day. Right? That's all. I just want to say that because everybody kept saying they missed the podcast. Y'all not watching it. I feel like y'all not watching it, really, because you're watching the snippet. So anyway, coming back, a lot of stuff is happening, right? A lot of stuff. Man, Diddy's bugging. Man, Diddy is being sued by, everybody. They settled with Cassie. But all these women are coming out the woodworks and saying Diddy has done something to them in some sort of fashion.
Yeah, everyone.
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just say allegedly, saying that he's drugged them, he's raped them, he's abused them. What do you think about that?
I mean, even the president of Def Jam, the president of Bad Boy, somebody filed a suit at him too.
Oh, really?
The dude Harv Pierre, which was like his right-hand man. He used to be on like the reality TV shows with him and stuff too. So I'm like, if both of them got hit with it.
They hit Aaron Hall too.
Yeah, I don't know who Aaron Hall is.
Aaron Hall is from one of the groups. What group is he from? I forgot what group he's from.
Yeah, but
Aaron
they said
Hall,
that.
I have to Google that. Aaron Hall. I want to say
I seen his name in the paperwork.
Yeah, they said they accusing Aaron Hall
of being there with Diddy at one of the occasions.
Yup, and said that he was in on it too.
Yeah, I believe it's too many because Harv Pierre got hit too.
Oh, he's from Guy.
From Guy, okay, yeah. It's just too close to home. It's like, yeah, y'all was doing some creepiness over there at Bad Boy.
I'm sure they were. Come on, that's just like the couch that they say.
The couch?
The acting couch. That you may be asked to do things that you don't want to do for a part. Yeah, I'm sure it's the same in the music industry.
Yeah, it is 100%.
Or you feel that because you are a music mogul or that you are, Diddy, that you can get any woman you want.
Yeah. Everybody wants you.
Or that everybody wants you. You know what I'm saying? Or that you know that women want your money, so this is how you treat them.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, that's not cool. Yeah. Cassie I don't know what Cassie started. That's probably why he settled with her so fast. Everybody was saying, what do you feel about that? Because a lot of people were saying she sold, like she's a sellout because she ain't even go through at least fight for other women in that situation. But I don't think it's her fight.
I mean, she did fight. She just got...
She got paid.
Yeah, the fight was over as soon as she started.
Because I guess he was just like,
Yeah.
we going to settle this. I mean, she could have chose not to settle and went to court.
I mean, it was civil court anyway, so it's not like he was being brought up on any charges.
Got you.
It was all about money.
In that case, I think the women were thinking, he'll be brought up on charges.
No, it was civil court.
I mean, because a lot of women, like from Danity Kane and from that past show that he had, were coming out and saying, the things that he made them do on there. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. That's abuse that's physical abuse, emotional abuse. Mental abuse. Like, you can't go around doing that to people. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, no, it's all, it's always going to come back to haunt you, no matter where you are.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
Man, can I tell you that 50 Cent be having me cracking?
Really?
50 Cent be on there just like, yup, we knew it. Like, he said, he did an interview and said that Puffy asked could he take him shopping. Did you see that interview?
No, I ain't see that.
Oh, my God. I was like, is 50 Cent for real?
That's hilarious. He said Puff asked to take him shopping.
Man, I want to take you shopping.
I
don't know. I can't really take 50 serious sometimes because I don't know if he's joking or telling the truth.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's great at marketing.
Yeah, I'm like, but he said that in an interview. I forgot whose interview he was in, but he was like,
that's hilarious.
Diddy asked to take me shopping. And he was like, take me shopping?
Yeah,
a man taking another man shopping. You know how 50 talks. So
he was trying to get 50 to be in that video with Cassie.
Oh my God. Man, they showed some leaked video of her hiding underneath a blanket and him talking to her.
He was talking crazy.
I mean, I guess, forms of abuse and mental abuse, it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
I think that he has a strong character, so sometimes he's a New Yorker.
Uh-huh.
Strong character. Very I could see him being egotistical. Probably a little narcissistic too, you know what I'm saying? Used to getting what he wants when he wants it. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there was times where she didn't want to do what he wanted to do. Man, they had a lot of stuff out there saying that she would call male entertainers in the area and have them come to the room. He would make them have sex with, allegedly.
Yeah, that's why I said that's what he was trying to do to 50. He was trying to have 50 participate and he watched.
I don't know. And I mean, it's not funny, really, because we don't know what she went through.
Yeah.
And abuse is abuse in any way.
No,
it's traumatizing.
Yeah, I'm laughing at the just what he had going on, not at her experience, at his experience.
Yeah, definitely not laughing at Cassie's experience. Because obviously she left a 10-year relationship, met another guy, and fell in love and had children. Like, that to me shows that she was
like,
unhappy.
Forget the money. I'm gonna go be with this dude he was a fitness coach.
Yeah, he was her fitness trainer, and that's how she met him. Like, you really had to be in an abusive relationship to even deal with him. Mm-hmm. I'm sure the mother of his children dealt with the same thing, allegedly, that they've dealt with the same things too, because I don't want nobody to come back suing me. I'm just saying what I heard.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is just what the internet's saying.
The internet is saying this
is
has happened. This is what 50 says. Y'all got to watch 50 because 50 he was like, more women are going to come out. And guess what? 50 wasn't lying.
Yeah, it's been 3 so far.
So far, 3 in New York that have come out. One lady's name was disclosed. One was Joy. I think her name was Joy Dickerson. The other, Joy Dickerson Neal, said he allegedly drugged her and sexually assaulted her. And she came out 1 week after Cassidy. Another lady came out on November the 23rd and said Diddy and Aaron Hall assaulted her and a friend.
Dang.
But you don't know, these people are around drugs a lot, drinking a lot. In the midst of all of that, that plays into it too. Yeah. It's not an excuse, but it definitely is.
Yeah, I've never had intercourse with a woman that I didn't know while she was drunk. Like, that I've never had sex with before. Like, if it's different if she was your girlfriend. But I've never had sex with a person that was drunk. Just because
had been
it just
drinking
feels
or
weird.
took any kind of... Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, it's just like...
That's taking advantage of her.
Exactly, yeah. if I can't get it when you're not drunk, I ain't trying to get it when you're drunk. Because then it's not me, it's the alcohol.
Right, yeah. You like, nah, I'm not about to do that.
Never.
No, because people do become aggressive when they drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Depending, I heard the brown liquor makes you more aggressive than the white liquor. I don't know because I'm not a drinker, but I heard.
Yeah, that tequila have you having fun, like partying. Like,
That brown tequila?
No, I'm just saying, like,
Just
the
tequila.
white tequila have you up. The Henny and everything will have you more aggressive.
Oh my God. Well, that's what they said. I know I dated somebody who did drink, and I felt like every time he drank brown liquor, it was the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't himself. Mm-hmm. But that's an excuse sometimes too, because if you know that alcohol does that to you, why are you continuously drinking it?
Yeah.
You should not be drinking it.
Yeah, people be running from traumas. And
Yeah,
stuff,
some
though.
people run from depression and from trauma, traumatic experiences, from messed up relationships, from
Childhood.
cheating, being beat as a child, being molested as a child. There's a lot of people walking around here with some real serious mental health issues that need to be addressed.
Yeah, like Diddy.
I don't know. I can't say alleged. Well, we still saying allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, so we don't know.
My bad.
Even Cassie is allegedly, right?
Yeah.
And he just paid her off.
She had the proof. They said she had the tapes.
They said she had the
everything.
tapes and everything. Oh my God.
Yeah, they said the bodyguard was gonna, come out too
Oh really?
and speak on it.
Wow. Is he still? I'm sure he's not using the same bodyguard.
No.
Wow. This has got to be embarrassing for your children.
Yep.
Because if you are abusing women, did you abuse their mothers?
Yep. That's what the bodyguard said. He did the same.
That Kim
thing
Porter.
to-
Yeah, they said that he did it to Kim Porter, which is very sad because, she's the mother of 3 of his children.
Yeah.
Was the mother of 3 of his children because she's now deceased.
she had
But
passed.
I mean, now for your kids to be hearing this and thinking, because my first thing as a child, I probably would be like, dang, did he
Dang,
did
he
it to my
did
mom?
my mom Dukes too. Yeah.
Or even the kids at school asking you, oh, did your dad really do that to those ladies? Did he do your mom like that? Like kids they're at the age where people ask questions. Kids ask questions. It's embarrassing. I don't know. We all have had embarrassing moments. But anyway, let me get off the Diddy thing because I'm sure he's had enough of people talking about him and going, everything he's just going through. I wish you the best, Diddy. Really do. I wonder if he'd do that to Young Miami, though. I think she'll bust him up, though.
They said that she hasn't really
Come
tweeted
out?
much about it.
Yeah. About the incident.
Yeah, so I don't know. Sometimes that money keep you blinded from
That's true.
the
Money will
emotional
do it for
turmoil
you.
you're
Yeah,
going through.
that's true. And you don't know what she's been. Sometimes I think when someone has been through certain things in their lives, too, poverty, it could be anything, and you get with somebody of that type of caliber, a guy that's doing good. Diddy can't, made a name for himself, and you surround yourself around that wealth. You rather have money than
Go back to
the poverty or it's sad, but we don't know. We don't know what you're thinking at that time. That was a 10-year relationship.
yeah. Diddy took that was Ryan Leslie girlfriend at first.
Ryan Leslie, who's that?
Yeah, he was a singer. You don't remember Ryan Leslie? He was a singer. Yeah, Cassie was his girlfriend, and Diddy took her.
Oh, I know. I was watching Young Jock talking about. He had an interview.
Yeah, because
and
he used to be signed to Diddy.
Yeah, and said that Diddy just one day told her to shave her head.
Really?
And she came in. He said she came in the next day and her head was shaved.
That's crazy.
But she created this trend with the shaved head. So I think he has a vision. Like some people are just so smart and can see a vision. And what they perceived as abuse, I mean, she did it. I'm sure he didn't have to hold her down to shave her head. Maybe he had to talk her into it, but you still willingly did it.
Yeah.
So is that abuse?
Manipulation
At its best, right?
Yeah.
Man, there's some manipulative people out here too. I ain't gonna lie about that. Anyway, so let's talk. I wanted to talk about why it's hard for a man to find a good woman or to catch a good woman.
to catch a good woman.
Can women really be caught though?
Hey, if you put a $100 bill on the end of the fish line, that'd be good.
They might come. They might come. Put some joy. It's funny because, okay, I don't want to get off topic because I do want to say, but a friend of mine sent me a video and it was about the eating at the restaurants,
The
right?
restaurant thing, yeah.
So the mother of her, the son and the mother, oh God, let me find it. Hold on. Because he sent it to me on, let's see. The mama set a few things straight about using men for food and doggy bags. So the mom said she had a lot of valid points. One was, when was the last time you went somewhere to a restaurant to eat? You expect my son not to take you to these expensive restaurants. What was the last restaurant your dad took you to? Like,
Dang.
a lot of valid points.
Dang. What's the
Yeah,
last
she said
restaurant
a lot.
your dad took you to?
Him about the first restaurant he gonna take you to. What's the last restaurant your daddy took you to? Because you shouldn't be coming to him to be your daddy. That's not his role. It's a first date. I want y'all to bring that down to level 3. Y'all way on 10 with this foolishness and want to embarrass somebody. My second question is, have you ever been anywhere? Where do you take yourself?
Right.
Let me see your check.
Where are you taking yourself to eat?
Your bank account.
She basically saying, where are you taking yourself?
Yeah, where you went.
Where you go?
you be
Are you
going
dating yourself? Because to be honest, we need to date ourselves. As women, we need to. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's women out here that they do date themselves and go shopping for themselves, go buy whatever they want to go buy, and treat themselves. You know what I'm saying? And don't expect a man to do that. If it comes, that's great, but it's not a demand. Is it the women that demand this, that they can't afford it, or what? What do you think? I mean, I'm just being honest.
The women that demand this are mostly single.
Are their expectations too high?
Maybe so. I mean, does it really matter where you going to? Like,
Yeah, we talked about
yeah,
this.
it's like,
But this mama said, "Where did your daddy take? What was the
Mama
last
talking.
restaurant? She talking. That's some facts.
Yeah, mama talking.
Where is the last restaurant your dad took you to? Because you're expecting my son to take you there to an expensive restaurant. But where did your dad take you to?
Daddy
That's a
never
valid
took you
point.
to none of them spots.
Was your dad in your life to show you how a man should treat you? You know what I'm saying? That your expectations for some men are very high. I don't know. I know that I've heard guys say that I'm going to wean you out. I'm not taking you to an expensive restaurant unless you're worth it. Like, I have to see how you act on a less, like a casual
Yeah, let's make
type
sure you
sense
know how to act in that
in a
expensive restaurant.
And it's funny because there was a social media thing that was going around and the girl was in there eating. Supposedly she was at an expensive restaurant and she was in there acting kind of crazy, picking up the food, slurping the food, and then it was like, "That's how you
Slurping her
act."
noodles.
You need to be going to the actual Cheesecake
Applebee's,
Factory
yeah.
and the Cheesecake Factory, because you're not even on the level of the STKs and the
Yeah,
bougie
you don't even know what
restaurants and-
side your fork go on.
Exactly. Your etiquette, your table manners, and your etiquette
Ain't
is
there.
not there.
Yeah, what's that
So-
class called when they learn table manners? You ain't never took.
That's an etiquette class.
Oh yeah, you ain't never took no etiquette class.
Nope, she ain't took nothing.
Talking
She
about
over
you
there
want to
slurped
go fine
that-
dining.
Exactly. Well, this is what that mama is saying. Like, don't put the expectations on her son because you need to take yourself out. Where have you taken
Exactly.
yourself to? I've taken myself to nice restaurants, mama. I don't need nobody to take me nowhere. I can take my damn self. That's how I feel. But, okay, so we got off topic a little bit. I thought that was funny. My friend shared that with me, and he was like, talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Talk about what this mom is saying. The facts are, what are you doing for you? You got to date yourself. You got to treat yourself, ladies. You can't expect a man to come in and do what you're not doing for yourself.
Yeah, how do you want something that you've never had?
You've never had. That's it right there. How do you want something that you've never had? Doesn't make sense. But y'all making it hard out here for a man to catch a good woman.
No, I mean, is she a good woman? If that's what it take to catch her, she can stay in that
she
pond.
can stay in that.
Yeah, she can stay right there swimming all night.
Swimming all by herself.
Yeah.
Because that's all she going to have. Ain't no other fish in
that,
there.
that lake gonna freeze over.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like the good women, like myself, I'm a little bit older. So I feel like the good women have a certain type of man that they're looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if the man doesn't meet her expectations of what she's looking for, then he can't catch. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I look for traditional values in a man. The values that my dad had and my stepdad had. And that's, allowing a woman to be at home. If you have children, I'm going to say if you have children, because I'm a little bit older, I don't care about that. But some women want old traditional values of being able to be at home with kids, raise kids while the man is at work. I know we don't live, inflation is high, y'all. So I know that doesn't seem realistic, but there's still some at-home mothers that have a side hustle. They might be cooking plates out of their house and selling them. Like, you just need a partner you can work with, right?
Exactly.
Women do not, a good woman does not want a man that can't lead her. We talked about this before. You got to be able to lead a good woman. And a good woman can still be, I'm going to say, can still be, I don't want to say powerful, but I want to say.
Yeah, a boss, though.
A boss.
Yeah.
You can still be with a boss chick and you be a boss too.
Yeah.
Right? Why is that intimidating?
It's not.
Because they call it a woman they call us aggressive, or we're too strong-minded or strong-willed, or I would think a man would want that in a woman.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Some people might feel insecure about that.
Is it because he can't put the potential of him leading is not there?
Or just the potential of him. Maybe she's just better at whatever, her business is taking off more than his, but maybe he has good business etiquette and knows how to go about that. But
can teach her. Like, you can
teach her some things as well,
Yeah, because I feel like some men, I'm not going to say all men, are intimidated by a strong woman or a boss chick, like you said, somebody that got her own and has been making it on her own and really doesn't need you but wants you, right? A woman needs to know that a man can lead and provide a safe place for her. Doesn't have to be financial. I mean, y'all can work as a team for the finances. I always say I want somebody to provide for me, but at the end of the day, I'm on your team. So if I have, you have. If you have, I have, right? That's how it should be. A strong woman or a good woman needs a confident man. You can't be walking around here not looking people in their faces and your head is down. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like some men out here are not confident enough.
Yeah.
I've met men that maybe financially are not confident, but that financial confidence kind of makes them, I feel like, inferior to me sometimes. I don't know. I hate to say it that way, but it's true because they feel intimidated that I'm stable. You know what I'm saying?
That must mean they must not have any dreams or.
Some men don't. They're okay with
Yeah.
just the day-to-day. They have a comfortable job. They're making a certain amount of money. They don't see anything more than that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say, I really don't want to say inferior. I just want to say that, if I'm making more money than them, then they feel intimidated by that. And I always ask a guy, like, what's your goals? I mean, you're working this job, but like, what else do you have in mind for yourself? What's your plan?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that they probably ain't got no dreams if they getting intimidated by, That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you have dreams, you know that your dreams could take off at any time, and then maybe you'll be the one that's.
Yeah, he'll be soaring, and you'll be in the background helping him. I always feel like if you have a boss chick, that she's gonna take a lot of stuff off your plate. You know what I'm saying? So that you can continue to be the safe place, the provider, the breadwinner, but she's gonna be your backbone. I always feel like a good woman, can really take you to different places. I've seen a lot of men say that, like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I'm at. If it wasn't for her financially, we wouldn't be where we are, living where we are. Like, she really did things to get us here, or kept you, and not even financially, just kept you focused and mentally, looking at different, like saying these are the options. Like, we need to weigh our options. Like, I think women are good and instrumental in helping a man plan. Right? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a team effort.
A team effort. I think so. And I think that, the love back in the 70s and the 60s was just different type of love.
No, I think so too.
Right?
Yeah, just the stuff we've seen compared to now, because it's crazy now.
You don't see that anymore. It's so crazy to me that You know, back it was so much more. I mean, there was abusive men back then too. I ain't saying that. I'm not taking that away because there's women that stayed in marriages that probably suffered abuse. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that the love was different then. It was less stressful. Most women stayed home. Mm-hmm. Most men went to work. The houses back then probably cost about $50,000, $40,000.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a different type of, you're managing a different type of household. So it's different types of pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like women want the old love, the traditional ways, the different types of support that a man is able to provide, a safe place for them, a roof over your head. Like now you have to work as a team to be able to obtain those things. It's one person just can't
get it
on their own.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult to just one person to do it.
Right. But that's why, it's hard to find a good woman. A strong woman. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
A sane woman.
Sane? Why you say sane? Are you saying they're insane out here?
They be crazy. The ones I'll come
across. Because I feel like there's a lot of women that do want the traditional values of marriage.
Yeah.
So does that mean that those women that require that, they said those are the good women?
What, that require the tradition? No,
the traditional values.
They might want that and be ratchet.
I didn't think about that.
It's different unless they really fit the shoe to be in that type of relationship. But they might want that and might not be deserving of that or in the right headspace to have that type of relationship.
Yeah. I don't know. They say good women are hard to find because this is all the things that we want out of a man. We're requiring too much.
Are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking. Do you think we're requiring too much?
No, some women deserve that.
Yeah.
So the ones that deserve it will get it.
Yeah.
The ones that don't deserve it, they're going to be
not gonna get
scrolling on Instagram for the rest of their life.
Don't put them in that category. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like a relationship is work. If you love somebody, you're going to put in the work, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just can't meet somebody at their best and think that you're going to stay at your best forever, because that doesn't happen either.
So I was talking to Sin the other night when he got off of work, and he was telling me, I forgot where he seen this at. I think he read it somewhere, but so they took, so the divorce rate between men and women was like 56%. The divorce rate between men and men was like 25%, and the divorce rate between lesbians, women and women, was like 76%.
Wow. So still heterosexual relationships have a less.
Yeah. That means
the men have the less.
The less, yeah, because I'm like, that just show you that women are a little difficult. They can't even deal with themselves. Like the women and women relationships had the most divorce, and then the guys, it's just because guys are a little more chill and just gonna figure
relax.
It out.
Oh,
Ain't gonna just
because they're not emotional.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you're removing the emotion out of.
Yeah, when he told me that, that makes sense.
I'm gonna say there's some gay men that are very emotional.
Oh yeah, I imagine so, for sure.
That are
more feminine, yeah.
More feminine, so they act more emotional, right?
Yeah, but that was just funny to me that the women and women had the highest divorce rate.
Fact? Does he know? I gotta ask him.
Yeah, you gotta ask him. We'll bring the facts next week. Yeah,
I'll bring the facts next week because I want to know where. That is very interesting. That the male marriages are lasting, have a lower.
Yep. Than everybody.
Breakup rate or divorce rate than everyone else.
Yeah.
And the women are the highest.
The highest. I'm like...
Women, we are very emotional beings,
yeah.
though. I can tell you that because I'm a woman and I know I get very emotional. I always say I talk with my hands.
Yeah.
Like, because I get so emotional.
Yeah, it was so funny. I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. That's a good... I got to find out. I'm going to bring that back because I want to know.
Yeah, I'll ask him. I'll get the info.
I want to know. Dang. Yeah, beating out the regular... Bible marriages, basically.
No, I mean, it was just saying, basically, if you look at them stats, it's just like Women are a little more difficult to deal with. That's what I get from looking at them.
I get the same thing. You're right. We're more emotional. I can't imagine being with another woman in a relationship. I hate to say that. Shit. I could not. But then you have one woman that is more manly than the other. I think if you're in that type of relationship, like where one is more manly than the other, I think the manly woman tends to take on more of a male role. Mm-hmm. And then you have the female that's more feminine, right? But when you have two women, I think, that are very feminine, I think that creates the problem.
Yeah, probably so. It's hilarious.
Because I've seen relationships like that where it's two women and they're both very feminine. One is not manly at all.
Yeah, I've seen that
two
as
feminine
well.
women. Maybe it's those relationships that...
No, it says 76% of it ain't. It's
women married to women are not lasting.
Even that woman that's being tough, she still has her period. She still has...
You're right.
She's still a woman.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yes, I never thought about that. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I know I couldn't be with myself sometimes.
What? That's funny.
Really, because I know that sometimes I drive my partner crazy sometimes too, because I talk with my hands, so I might touch him too many times because I'm trying to talk to him, and I'm like, that's just the Latina in me. I think I'm just very like, sit down, let me talk to you. I just want to talk it out. I think it's the therapist in me too. Yeah. But I just want to talk everything out. And sometimes I'm going to say that when I'm talking to him, he kind of says things to me and it kind of goes over my head.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And I think that he does it as a form of manipulation. Because I'm like, what? And I'm pretty understanding when somebody talks to me and says things to me, but oftentimes I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I get very passionate. I think it's the passion for me.
Passion, yeah.
I'm passionate about how I feel. I want to be able to say that. And sometimes my hands will start talking and I'll just be like, I'm trying to get it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's very hard. Relationships are very difficult anyway. Yep. They're very difficult, especially when you feel like you're not being treated right, or you feel like you could be treated better, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to voice your opinion. It doesn't mean I don't feel like you're nagging. I feel like, because men will say why are you nagging about this? You're nagging about that. Do you think it's nagging? Because when you come to me, if he comes to me and says something to me, I don't see it as nagging.
Yeah, what nagging is if it's something like that you want to change, or like what are you saying? Like what kind of conversations?
I mean, just like little stuff sometimes. It'd be like, I might be indirect and say some slick shit because I'm very slick with my mouth sometimes too. I say some slick stuff. I apologize all the time because I am slick with my mouth. I don't know. I don't have an example of...
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the definition is
of nagging. I think most men see a woman, if a woman says to him several times, I haven't heard from you, you haven't called me, you haven't texted, and then you send something back, they're like, oh, she's nagging me. That's not nagging.
No, that's not nagging. She's just saying, hey,
where are you?
Still not texting me. You said that
I haven't heard from you today. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, a woman shouldn't have to, it's okay to... Because something could have happened to your partner. I don't know. Yeah. You should be checking on them. I've learned, like, before I would be like, I'm not reaching out. But now I do, because I'm like, maybe something happened. I know he's busy, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be. But I feel like men always think when a woman is voicing how she feels, it's a nag, and that's not nagging. Oh, you should, just like a man should be able to come to a woman and say how he feels. Yeah, a woman should be able to come to a man and say, this is how I feel, without you thinking that she's nagging. Yeah. That's my whole... I don't get it.
Also, if it ain't working, it ain't working, and just
let it go.
Ways. Yeah, it's like how many times y'all gotta talk about this?
I love that. That's true. That is so true.
If you feel like she's nagging, then leave. Yeah. If the nagging is bothering you, leave. I'm out.
Right.
Stop nagging me.
Yeah, that's true. That is true too. Some people stay in shit longer than they need to.
Than they have to, yeah.
Or they have to. You know what I'm saying? We stay in things longer than we have to because you love somebody. You think that you can change. You can't change. We as people, we cannot change anybody.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I'm sorry. I was married for 17 years on paper.
And wasn't able to change.
And I was not able to change my spouse. As many times I wanted to change him. But I couldn't. He was his own person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can't change people. You can love them as much as you want, but you cannot change them. Period. So a woman can be too strong. A man can be too strong. I think there are men out here that are very, I don't want to say very stubborn and, want things how they want it. And if a woman is not willing to bend a little bit, then they're like, okay, I can't be with you because you can't, I don't know. I don't even think that's him being a leader though. You can't,
you're saying if he's not trying to bend his rules?
Like his rules. He wants things a certain way because that's what he's accustomed to women giving him what he wants.
Yeah.
And that when you come in and you're kind of headstrong, it's hard. It's like a battle with that person constantly because you can't comply with what they want.
I'm not battling with nobody about nothing.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it either. It's over with.
I'm out. Oh, word? I bet.
That's it.
It's not a good fit.
It's not a good fit. You know what? That's funny because sometimes it's just not a good fit.
It should be easy.
Especially when somebody is expecting somebody to do what they want them to do. That's not a good fit. Nobody should be required to do what you want.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, you can't control
people. This is a relationship. This is not a control.
You can't make people do things.
You know what I'm saying? A controllership. That's what I feel like. That is not this. You have to talk to people. You have to put your feelings on that. You have to be able to say, I care enough about you to change. Like, if that person doesn't want to, you're not going to get them to change. You can't. That's just how it is. Okay, let's move on. Moving on. Did you know that the IRS, so in Greens and Greens, do you know that the IRS is changing their income brackets?
What's the benefits of that?
So they have 7 income brackets. I did not know this. Did you know that?
No, I thought it was only 2. Rich
there
and
are
poor.
7. That's what it feels like, and no in between. Rich or poor, and no middle class. Middle class is gone with. There are 7 federal income tax rates in all: a 10%, 12%. 22%, 24%, 32%, 35%, and 37%. The more you make, the more you pay. So now I guess what they're going to do is they're going to change the range of income that's taxed at a specified rate. So if you're a single filer in the 22% tax bracket, this is an example for 2024. This is in 2024. You won't pay 22% on all your taxable income. You will pay 10% on taxable income up to $11,600 and 12% on the amount over between $11,600 to $47,150.
Okay, so they're trying to get some more money into people's pockets that need it.
Exactly. That's the whole point of this, is them getting more money. I swear, I'm taxed, and I looked at the daggone tax brackets for income earned in 2024. Man, can I tell you? I'm disgusted. I knew I was taxed at like 35%.
Dang, so 37% is over what amount?
37% is $609,000 or more.
Okay.
35% is $243,000 to $609,000, a little bit higher. 32% is from $191,950 to $243,000. You can find this. AARP.org has all the information on this tax bracket and how they work, where you fall into, how much you're going to get taken out for single filers. It tells you single, married, filing jointly. This is great. Because what this helps you do is plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Plan. What are you going to do with the extra money? Do you put it away? Do you save it? Do you pay extra mortgage payment?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, an extra car payment? Like, what do you do with the extra funds that are going to be in your pocket? I know my girlfriends and I complain all the time about how much we're taxed as a single person. It is It kills me. It does. I just want to have a baby.
Yeah, just so you ain't gotta get taxed.
Just so I can have a daggone dependent. Can somebody have a baby and just give it to me? I'll take whatever babies y'all got. I'm taking it. But I swear, it's just, but this is going to help. And they did this because they said they do it every year. I did not know that. But this year, particularly, they're doing it this way because of inflation.
Yeah, I figured that's why they're trying to give people
Inflation.
more money.
It's crazy. I went shopping for Thanksgiving for meal prep.
Yeah.
The prices in the damn store.
Uh-huh.
I swear I spent $200 and I didn't buy a turkey and I bought a small ham. Everything else was just the vegetables,
Yeah,
the fruit
everything's so expensive
to bake,
now.
the flour, the milk, the eggs. When I tell you I spent $200 on what? Because look at my refrigerator. What do you see? Nothing. I swear. People, inflation is crazy.
Real thing.
It's crazy. People are really trying to decide what to eat and how to eat. And guess what? We're going to have a unhealthy society because the cheaper food,
It's gone.
the processed food,
It's
that's
cheaper.
the cheapest route for people to take, especially people on EBT, you know,
Trying to stretch that
trying to
dollar.
stretch that dollar when you have a family and only one person is working.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny. A friend of mine is on, lost their job in New York. And they're getting what do you call it when you lose your job?
Like unemployment.
Unemployment. I'm trying to think of the word. So they're getting unemployment for the job.
Mm-hmm.
So they figured, oh, this is not even enough to pay my bills. So let me go get some food stamps to help me subsidize at least the grocery bill. I can count on the other money going towards the bills. This money will go towards groceries. Do you know that New York said, oh, no, you can't get food stamps because you're on unemployment.
What? I'm on unemployment and I need food stamps.
And I need food stamps. Like, why is that?
That's crazy.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah, because then basically they're saying, no, use your
Rent in New
unemployment.
York is expensive.
Yeah, that's not enough.
What are these people doing to pay their rent at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? You have to subsidize their food because the rent is so expensive.
And it's not like they
Man, you lose your job there, you're homeless.
Yeah, it's not like you have a garden or anything there, too. It ain't no space.
It's no space.
It ain't no land out here.
Man, when I tell you, so they shared that with me, I was like, wow, that is so freaking crazy that they would take your food stamps just because you're making $400 a week in unemployment.
What?
That's that's $1,600 a month. Who can live off of $1,600? Where in New York are you getting an apartment for less than $1,600
yeah,
a month?
that's all for that.
Come on, New York State. Really, y'all need to get that together. People should be able to get on
Yeah, you
food
should.
stamps to subsidize their income. Crazy. So I want to talk about, can I talk about why are people stealing these French bulldogs? Another one stolen. A $10,000 Frenchie broke into the people's apartment to steal their Christmas presents that were under the tree. People already have Christmas presents under their tree. Not me. But they came in there and they stole the dog when they went in there to steal
they
the
was like,
present.
forget these presents.
Let me get this $10,000. Oh, the
dog
dog was just a year and a half old. It's so sad to me because I can just imagine somebody taking Carlos. I would die.
instead.
I would die. I would cry and cry and cry. You already know I'm a crier, so I'm going to cry about it. These people stole these people's dog. They said they don't care about the gifts. You can keep all that. We won't tell
just want the
nobody.
dog.
Just turn the dog back in. But you know they're not going to do it.
Nah.
This is like the second or third. This is probably like the fourth story I've heard in 6 months of people's dogs, French bulldogs, being stolen.
Yeah, they said that's the most popular dog right
Yeah,
now, right?
in the nation right now, they are the most popular dogs. So anyway, I want to talk about 2 options to helping you pay your mortgage down. I'm going to start doing this because I've heard about it, but I haven't done it. I think I did one extra payment on my principal. I want to say it was on the principal. Yeah, on the principal like last year. And they said it's supposed to lessen your payments. So you have 2 options how to pay your mortgage off in 15 years or less. So if you go on to your mortgage statement, you will have your mortgage monthly payment and you will have your principal and interest payment. You take your principal and interest payment, you divide that by 6 months, and you pay that difference every month towards your principal and interest. You pay every month with your monthly mortgage amount, but it goes to your principal. So you can pay it that way. Or you can just make one extra payment.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a specific amount. It can be broken up with the months. So, and you're paying it directly to your principal as well. I did not know that.
And then that saves you 13 years on that 30-year loan, right?
They said it takes a year
15,
off
a year
every
off
year
every time.
for your mortgage. So if you're in a 30-year mortgage and you did it 15 times, that's knocking 15 years off. This is my new thing for 2024. I'm going to start doing this.
Oh, you're going to try to
yeah, I'm going to see. I'm going to see if it makes a difference. I'm going to see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, heck yeah.
You think it will?
Oh, for sure.
I'm going to do it.
That's a trick that they don't teach us, you know.
No, I bet you. I ain't going to say that. I'm going to refrain from saying what I was about to say, but there's some people that know the tricks of the trades. We just don't know the tricks of the trades.
We're just
what I love about social media, though, is that now you're seeing people sharing these tricks and of the trade to get yourself in a better financial situation.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We ain't had nobody to teach us.
We didn't have no one. And it's so good. It feels so good to see black and brown people really helping each other.
Yeah.
As far as finances.
Yeah, because I seen somebody say yesterday, they said if you're really for black power, brown power, and black brown excellence, then you should share the knowledge you have.
Definitely.
If you keeping it, then that's
not doing nothing
not
for you.
your people. Yeah.
No, you can't. You got to share it so that we know. There's a lot of things we don't know about owning businesses so that you can claim it on your taxes, especially people that are in the higher tax brackets.
Yeah, we just
you know
been able. This is our first time running a business.
Man, I've been running my business for the last 3 years, but before then.
Yeah, nobody
Man,
knew had a
I was
business.
paying so much. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was paying so much back in taxes, the federal government. I was paying so much back in state until I started my own business, and that really gave me a cushion. You know what I'm saying? But at first, you know how much was going out in taxes. Not only are you paying 35% in taxes or 33%. I think back then it was like 33% in taxes, or 32% in taxes, and then on top of that, you owe money.
Yeah, that's crazy. They taking everything.
They're taking everything. How am I supposed to survive?
Yeah.
I feel like that. That's how I feel about these damn student loans.
Yeah.
Man, I swear, it's like you can't. If anybody has any suggestions on what you can do to pay your student loans down,
let us get an extra 15 years off of these.
Man, is there an extra 15 years that we could pay on principal and interest on? Tell me.
I was about to say the same rule when it applied to.
I don't think so, because the way that student loan interest is calculated is daily.
Oh yeah,
it's not a monthly fee.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a daily fee. So if you're paying 5% interest every day on your bill, you ain't never paying that shit off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna die with my student loan.
Yeah, it sounds like a setup.
Matter of fact, when I turn a certain age, maybe like 55, I'm moving to Panama and I don't give a damn about the United States no more. Because guess what? I can still come visit and I don't owe y'all shit.
And it ain't really nothing to visit here. So we good.
You say we good. We going. We leaving. Deuces out to y'all for real. No, but seriously, if anybody has any pointers on how to pay off student loan debt, please let me know.
That. We need that.
We need that. We need that over here. We need to share that with the at Titi's House followers, because there's a lot of people out here about to pay these student loans, and it is definitely it's very stressful to even know you got to pay these things back. So that's it. That's all. That's all I have for y'all today. At Titi's House Podcast. Remember, follow us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and I'm missing something.
Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast. Why I keep forgetting? Subscribe, y'all, so that you get the notifications. Thank you. We out of here. See you next time.